Quick little disclaimer up top here that this is like a very early, like 0.0.6 alpha look at this game. It's totally still in development, so don't judge things too harshly. Things could still change. This is Dandy Ace, a roguelike action-oriented game. Huge thank you to Mad Mimic, the developers, for sending over an early look at this. I have not played it at all. It just looked colorful and weird, and you play as this cool magician. And I'm gonna play on normal difficulty because I haven't played it at all otherwise. I'm a little scared. It said controller recommended, so I guess I'll give that a try. Let me see. Normally I'm pretty used to doing this sort of thing on the keyboard. I don't know. I'll try it. If controller's recommended, I'll go with what's recommended. The Mysterious Guy. Well, if it's not Dandy Ace, the best magician of all time. Quotes. Lily, the Green-Eyed Illusionist, finally got you with his tricks. Who would imagine that he would go so far as to create this palace just to defeat you? But fear not, when he pulled you inside this cursed mirror, your magical cards came with you. Use them wisely, and good luck. Thanks, bud. Oh, here are my cards right here. The dashing dash. Ace majestically dashes forward, adds haste. I'll go ahead and include that. There's a pretty short cooldown on it. I was curious if it would be a mana or cooldown basis for things. Blossom Blast. Ace Blast an area with the brief delay. So I can totally... Okay, it draws like a cool petaled ring when it does that. And Cosmic Vortex, Ace invokes the power of a huge cosmic vortex around him for a brief period. While the skill is active, Ace can't move. That one sounds pretty intense. Okay, it lasts a bit longer than I thought it would too. It's not as quick of an action as I thought it might be. Oh man. All right, I just want to use like really basic attacks and things. I don't want to get too fancy with it, you know. It seems like it would maybe be easier if I did like twin stick style, because it would be easier to be on the move while controlling where I shoot. Because currently I don't feel like I have that ability. If I switch to the keyboard, yeah, see, that's the thing. I kind of like that a little bit better, is that I can aim where I want to place attacks and things while I'm on the move. I personally think the keyboard's going to be the better way to do this. Need at least 2 portals to teleport. Alright, that's the first one. That makes sense. Gotta link them up in some way, shape, or form. Oh god. That's very dangerous, doing a move that locks you into place like that, but it's kind of all I got. It's clearly like my strongest move as well. I like these weird little critters. Their like heads are jester hats basically, and they just look cute. They're very adorable little creatures. I got just wrecked down there. And the Twin Daggers blueprint. So I don't even actually get that one. That's a blueprint that I could use to like build up towards a new skill. Presumably unlocking the ability to like have it or discover it, I guess, throughout. Oh god, you guys are too dashy. You're as dashing as I am. Nearly, not quite. None can challenge the dashingness of Dandy Ace. Okay, I'm learning how to play in a slightly more risk-averse manner. I just wanted to take a look at the teleportation screen. Oh, I would maybe potentially be able to move things around a little bit and re-slot them if I so choose. I'll keep things where they are for the time being. It seems simple enough. I'm just trying to get used to it. Simple enough, he says. Immediately gets game overed. That I got wrecked there. That birdhouse really did me in. Did I lose that blueprint? Because that would kind of stink. I did want to live with that. I don't know if that's a standard amount of starting gold, or if that's something that I carried over from a previous attempt there. You can see, whoa, I did not read that properly, it turns out. I assumed I was getting the same thing, because I saw dashing dash and I just picked things up. 5 of Kind throws 5 cards in a cone. I like the feel of this one already, because it's like a line of attack rather than a circle, because that was hard to like line up and aim, and now I get to feel like Gambit, and I'm a huge fan of that. And Dazzling Display releases a bright cone of dazzling light to stun things. So I'm not as like versatilely deadly, I would say, but I can I can spam the hell out of that. The fact that I can use that as frequently as I can is quite awesome. So I'm kind of liking this particular variation of things. Although now all of a sudden that it's coming down to this like one-on-one here. I feel like I got to get right up in there. Fireworks blueprint. That can be like Jubilee. I can just become a combination of different X-Men. I'm on board with that. That sounds fun. I don't have like a good finishing move of any sorts. I just got these goofball things, but at least I can stun things and then get right up in their face to finish them off. That seems like my best strategy if I ever want to actually kill anything in this game. With this particular build, that is. But the stun has an appropriate cooldown, I would say, because it seems like, oh, it was too far away to dazzle anyone. They're like squinting in the distance trying to see what's going on, but rather than being dazzled, they just saw like what looked like someone flicking a light switch on and off or something. Not very impressive. Nothing that's gonna blow anyone away, that's for sure. Hey. Gain a random magic card. We got the Blossom Blast. Level 2 though. I don't know, that might be different. That might be like better than what I had previously. Does it look different? I think that looks about the same. But I'm at least now I have something that I would consider a bit more of like a finisher move. Oh, I'm totally hitting the wrong buttons. In that regard, I bet the controller would be a bit better for like using the different skills and stuff. I feel like it would just be slightly better equipped for that. Using the Q and E while you're trying to like run around, you have to like take your fingers off of the buttons that control where you're running to. So in that regard, it's not the best. But I'm kind of committing to it. At least I know I have that I can come back to when I need a quick heal. Yeah, so there's the trade-off there. I feel like I have more control over where I'm aiming. I mean, the twin stick doesn't really work. There's not a second stick of movement. It's literally just the way you're facing. So I didn't like that very much. Sugar Dandy Blueprint. Ooh, sounds fancy. I would love to see that in action. I do not have the green key, so I shall not pass. These are my blueprints, presumably. I imagine I have to defeat this specific like area or whatever to actually see them in effect. So hopefully this combination of cards is the correct what I specifically need. See, that's really, it's always that specific distance. I guess because if you were playing with the controller, you wouldn't be able to dictate that. But with the mouse, I would love the ability to place where the Blossom Blast is. Like, I want to stick it right in front of me, and presumably at like a max range, it wouldn't be able to go absolutely everywhere, anywhere. But yeah, I do feel overly limited in that regard, and I wish I had some options there. Ooh. Barely avoided that, actually. See, it's just very difficult to do what I'm trying to do there. Oh, I got all sorts of things. A Binding Chains Blueprint, Shooting Stars. Ace fires a barrage of shooting stars. The third star also explodes. I think I would rather try that. Whoa. What? I didn't just combine those, did I? Like, will it use them together or something? What just happened? It's an upgrade card. All right, I wanna move it. Yeah. Okay. So now, if I do Shooting Stars while I do 5 of a kind, skill's next activation has this like additional added bonus. It has its own cooldown that it has to go through, and then it didn't really seem like anything happened. Oh, it just does more damage. What was that whole thing about it exploding? I wanted it to explode. I might have to actually hit something with it for that to be the case, but that is a very exciting, cool mechanic. I'm super on board with that, being able to juice up your cards and like layer things together, create your own synergies in a way. Like, that's one of the most fun parts about Isaac, is layering together, building up synergies. There, I totally shot an extra little blast with that one. Cooldown complete. Alright, it was hard to see. I don't know. it's pretty specific. Not always the easiest to see what's going on. All of a sudden, I've found, like, the winning combination here. I feel quite unstoppable. The Shocking Arrival adds a Hex. That's if you use it as an upgrade card. Oh, it can be either. That's very cool. Okay, that's even better. That's so neat, actually. Ace dashes forward, creating a huge explosion at the end of the movement. What this guy can't act as an upgrade card. I would like to, like, drop it. I kind of don't want it. Adds Hex. I guess that's what I'm doing with that. I don't particularly know what Hex does or anything, but hey, whatever. Now I can, like, dash through things. It maybe makes him take more damage or something like that. That seems like it would be like a common sort of thing. You can see it marks it above their head. I'm taking damage here now that I'm, like, just kind of goofing around with things rather than specifically, like, doing my tried and true Gambit spamming moves. Layering that sort of stuff seems incredible. Bubble Trouble blueprint. There's a hell of a lot of blueprints, actually. Hopefully I have enough money to actually try and craft a couple of them here, now that I'm stacking up as many as I am. Oh god, that was too many things spawning on top. I'm gonna stun you guys and lock you into your little corner there. I'll come back to you when I'm good and ready, okay? You guys happy without me there? You done sitting tight? Alright, dashing should be used pretty well exclusively for escape. Trying to use it, clustering things together like that and blasting them is very fun. Trying to use it offensively just usually ends up getting me killed. So I'm gonna stop attempting that. It's been disastrous to try and pull that off. Oh, shop? Yeah, take me to the shop, actually. There's a chest over there. Man, I don't have, like, any keys. Maybe I can buy some. That would make sense, wouldn't it? This was behind a door too, though, wasn't it? No, I just didn't go this way. That's all it was. Okay, the Quick Wagon shop. I could get higher level Shocking Arrival 3, Dash level 3, Jump Scare level 3, Ace blinks forward, scaring enemies away, adds Fear to yellow and blue cards, adds Taste of Fear to pink cards. I could freeze things and fear them? Nah, that doesn't really seem like it would be a particularly good combination or useful or anything like that. Ah, damn. That's a little disappointing that I can't buy keys, seeing as I seem to not be able to find them. That's what I truly am after right now. I'm trying to gain access to these, like, untapped areas here. I'm feeling marginally limited in my exploration. Huge 200 health bonus there. Oh god, okay, there's tiers. I was getting too excited. I was, like, going to go claim my reward for the room, and I totally haven't finished things off yet. The Blossom is a great finisher move, though. Very fun. Now I just earned a jump scare, so in that case, I guess I'm adding fear to this. So I think stunning things and fearing them at the same time seems like it would be kind of useless. A mirror portal takes you to the banquet hall. I'm guessing that's, like, I don't know, the overworld hub where you can maybe use some of your blueprints and things. I'm guessing. I don't know. Oh, nope. I think I took myself to, like, the next world. Hello, Master Ace. Okay, maybe it is an overworld. Jolly. I'm happy to see that you're alive and well. I'm not jolly, though. You took all the jolly. I'm only dandy. As your best assistant, oh, that's funny, magician's assistants are like the runners of this. I did some discoveries about the palace. Some foes, when defeated, might drop shards from the cursed mirror. If you bring them to me, I can unlock useful items. Also, I learned that most of your magical cards and trinkets were consumed by the mirror's curse. You will be able to find their blueprints during your escape attempts. Using your shards, I can recover those items. These are the shards, then. So that's separate from the blueprints, I guess? permanent upgrades locked until T potion Sachet 1, but it grants 250 gold each time Ace tries to escape the ever-changing palace. I could get the T potion here. Unlocks a T potion that can be used at any time. Heals for 75. I should probably invest in that. It's like a Dead Cells style investment. Other Rogue Legacy, I think, maybe has that too. But Dead Cells is the one that first came to mind. So there. You don't have to have 15. You can invest 7, come back later for the other 8. Assuming that you do more runs and you earn more things. So these are everything that the blueprints I picked up. Bubble Trouble. Ace shoots a big bubble that deals more damage and moves faster the longer he spends preparing to shoot. That sounds fun to use. Crescendo Fireworks. Ace shoots a missile firework that deals more damage and increases in size the longer he spends preparing to shoot. Similar idea. Ace fires a powerful arrow that deals more damage the longer he spends preparing to fire. Okay, a lot of these end up working very similarly. It's funny that there's 3 that all work that way, and none of the items I've ever used have worked that way. Ace hurls a pair of massive daggers that pierce enemies, adds bleed. Binding Chains. Ace invokes 4 bursts of mystical chains, bind for 3 seconds, and then there's all the different things that you would be able to do. Like, it adds bleed. You could add bleed if this was used as an upgrade card. I think that's how that would work. The twin daggers seems cool, so I want to invest in that further, even though I'm not going to be able to fully afford it or anything. Our little teapot, heal and replenish up to 0 potions. Well, I already have my 1 individual tea. Choose 1 prize. Jenny. Greetings, Master Ace. Who gave you guys your last name? No, who gave you your first names? Presumably you were born to Mr. and Mrs. Jolly and Mr. and Mrs. Jenny, and they just had no creativity. Even if you were Jolly Jenny and Jenny Jolly, those would be much more interesting names. They would be confusing. Your current names are maybe less confusing. They're just not very exciting. Greetings, Master Ace. As your other best assistant, well, at least you guys understand that you're both on an equal level there. Neither one of you is the best. You're both the best. I set up this tent to store your trinkets. Here you can choose to equip all of your available trinkets. However, due to mysterious design choices, you can only equip a few of them. Who knows why. But fear not, I'll let you know how many you can have at the same time. Return all trinkets for 100... Like, I don't have any money. Choose 1 to equip. I do get to choose 1. When receiving a killing blow, Ace stays with 1 HP instead. This effect resets every time Ace reaches a new map. The Lawsuit. Ace gains 20 gold when taking a hit. Tea Party. Tea heals 30% less, but player gets an extra usage. Ooh, it was up at like 75 or something, so still having 45, 50% roughly healing, but being able to do that twice, it's more. You get essentially 90% healing, so that's a pretty good one. Lightning Reflexes. Ace takes 30% less damage from ranged attacks, but 10% more from melee. Combat Casting, the inverse of that. The Tea Party seems good. I'll take the Tea Party, sure. It's hard to narrow down which seems like the best bet. They just have these nice little setups going on for him there. Cute little party planned. Ooh. Different enemy types, and now all of a sudden I have to remember what the hell I had equipped to what slot and what does what and everything. These guys seem like they have more health, certainly more health than they did in the last area. Oh, did I kind of botch my stun card? Because now he has fear instead, which is not what I want. I want you to get stunned. Yeah, see, that's like bad. That's a bad combo. I'll replace jump scare. No, now I'm turning the wrong cards in. There we go. You can select them pretty directly. Adding fear to this, taste of fear, so it just adds damage. That's good. I'm okay with that. But I want my stun to remain like as is. The stun was way too powerful in my mind. I'm not going to complain about it. It's very effective, and I'm glad to have it. I certainly wouldn't want to give that up. And so it's probably in my best interest to keep it stun based, and I can really maximize my damage output. That thing, I was having trouble finishing it off. There, that very specifically dropped a shard. It's sometimes, and that guy did too there. sometimes it was hard to see shard drops because it doesn't even look like. Same with gold. You don't actually need to go pick it up for yourself. You just get it, and so it seems to quite often happen in a way that's just very, very easy to miss. Another chest. The Titan Punch. Ace pummels foes with gigantic punches. The second and third punches stun enemies. There's vulnerability. Stun, a combo, adds vulnerability if you use it as an upgrade card. Hold F for the card menu. Yeah. I do kind of want to mess around with things a little bit. The dash has been stupid, if you ask me. I haven't got a lot out of it, so I'll stick haste under there. Like, I've basically ignored using dash, and anytime I've been using it, I use it accidentally, and I end up hurting myself. So now I have the ability to do this, and that seems really fun, especially the fact that you can do combos with it. That's really dope. This seems like a very fun thing to use. Plus it stuns and adds vulnerability. That's a very, very, very fun card to use, actually. I like that a lot. The pacing of this game is a little slow-ish, and it seems a little repetitive in terms of, like, I don't know, layouts and encounters and things. But I'm really digging the freedom of combinations and things that you get to do. Oh, okay. Chug your tea there, dude. I'm messing around with things too much in a way that is seemingly detrimental. I'm doing a lot of damage to yourself here. Whew, okay, gonna play it just the teeniest bit more cautiously. Yeah, the game has like a weird feel to it. Like, I played Don't Die Minerva on the channel very recently, and I think this has a better pace than that one. That one was like the extreme of, in my mind, too slow. This one, you have a lot more freedom, and the rate at which I'm finding new things and the fun of switching between one and the other is kind of on par with Dead Cells. That was like the best part about Dead Cells, is every time you find an item that you haven't used before and you're like, yeah, I want to try that out. And now, as I'm trying out the different skills in this game, I'm like, oh, there is like a lot of variety, and a lot of it feels viable. Like, the stun is crazy, like, overpowered, seemingly. Especially if you just combo together punching an enemy and they just stay stunned that whole time. That seems very overpowered or whatever, but like, when I was just using the stun by itself, that was fun, but now I have this new setup that I'm enjoying, like, more, and I get to commit to that a little bit. Blinks forward, scaring enemies away. It's kind of a fun thing. It's kind of neat. Adds Taste of Fear. I might actually prefer sticking that over... Oh, Hex adds a lot of damage. Enemies take damage while moving? But I don't usually give them the opportunity to run around and move. I think I'm just going to take the easy damage in that regard. There, now I've acquired enough things that you start seeing them get left behind. I don't think I found a single key. Either I'm looking in the wrong places, or like I'm just getting unlucky or whatever. I like don't really understand why I'm seemingly not finding those that are. Oh crap, oh Jesus. Okay, being way too confident in my abilities here. Whew. trying to keep it together. We'll still try to do, I don't know, more varieties of attacks, because it's more fun to not just bank on one seemingly overpowered ability. If I mix it up a little bit like that, then there's like a little bit of challenge. I get to zig, zag, and dart my way through. So I'm kind of preferring that play style, but it's putting me at generally much greater risk. Oh, there's a chest up that way. All right, well, hopefully I make it to there. I really gotta mash my way through these guys. Oh shit! All right, I was lined up very poorly there. That wasn't at all what I was trying to do. Get a little bit closer there. What's the name of the candle from Beauty and the Beast? That's what that guy reminds me of. Lumiere? Yeah, we got these little, like, darkified version of Lumiere. I didn't have my punching lined up the way I wanted. I kind of misclicked a bit there, and then I was stuck in a combo that was an inch to the right of the like, Queen Duchess character, whatever's going on there. Ah, well, damn. Here will be an interesting thing to find out. Dropped all my shards. I just get to start with that certain amount of money. Hey, I don't have to start in like the tutorial-ified area anymore, so I get to start more within the actual game. Yeah, you drop everything. The only time you get to spend your shards is in between worlds. Dashing Dash, Blossom Blast, and Cosmic Vortex. Those are all things we've seen. That is all I'm going to show of this for now. It is only an alpha, so I don't even know how much more of the game there would be laid out ahead of me. So if I keep playing, it's going to be a little bit the samey and stuff while the game is being added to and fleshed out. But I'd say the theme of it is really cool. The art looks really great. Switching up the different attacks feels really good, and it's fun to experiment with the combos. The fact that you can add them as upgrades and everything is a really neat mechanic. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty impressed with what's on display here so far. Just peeking at the Steam page, I'm not seeing any indication of when exactly the game might have like a public early access or full release or whatever the plan is. I don't know exactly. Yeah, so I can't speak to when the game will actually be publicly available. But yeah, hopefully that's enough to get you interested for the time being. I'll have links down below and everything so you guys can wishlist it, follow, see what's going on with development, all that good stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.